Nagi's generational villain arc has begun. Shidou is left benched. Ego's vision clashes with Chairman Buratsuta's politics. And standing in the path of Japan's dream is a new, monstrous threat from Nigeria, Onagi. This chapter might be the start of BLUELOCK's most thrilling arc yet. So if you're hyped about Nagi's betrayal, curious about a new character reveal, or just want to see Japan's strongest lineup in action, hit that subscribe button now. Let's go. We finally have the confirmed starting 11 for Japan, and it's a lethal mix of tactics, raw talent, and calculated chaos. Let's break it down. Goalkeeper Gagamaru. Defenders Aiku, Ryu, and Nico. Wingbacks Chigiri, Hiyori. Midfield trio Dabito Karasu, Ryo Mikage, and Meguru Bachira. Forwards Ren Itoshi and Yoichi Isagi. This lineup is no joke. It's the best balance of flair and structure we have seen so far. It's not just about flashy solo plays anymore. There's a calculated method to every part of this 11. Aiku as captain. This is huge. A former U20 defender now leading a BLUELOCK-led team. It shows Ego's trust in Aiku's leadership and his belief that Aiku represents the perfect blend of old-school defense and BLUELOCK's new ideals. Karasu's role, the unordinary assassin, could become this team's silent MVP. He doesn't need the spotlight. He just needs to kill the enemy's rhythm. Ryo and Bachira's chemistry. These two might give us the best combo plays. They're intuitive, smart, and unpredictable. Watch for a Bachira to Ryo backheel pass and Ryo's copy to pull some wild trick plays. Notice how Ego has built the lineup around vision, chemistry, and unpredictability. Isagi and Rin upfront are pure tactical chaos. Karasu, Ryo, and Bachira give you passing mastery and positional intelligence in midfield. The defense, anchored by Aiku, balances risk and composure. It's a sharp departure from BLUELOCK's past focus on egocentric goal hunters. This time, it's a fusion. It's not about becoming the best striker. It's about creating a team that nobody can beat. And at the center of it all, Isagi, who reflects that he must become a tool to ensure victory. This is a new Isagi, one who has embraced utility over glory. He's not just trying to score anymore. He's trying to control the flow of the entire game. This is a psychological shift. Isagi doesn't care about glory. He wants to shape the game. He sees himself as a weapon, not a striker. That mindset makes him lethal and terrifying. We are witnessing Isagi's ego evolve. He's the strategist now, not just a piece of the puzzle. He wants to become the player that defines the match. Nagi's shocking betrayal. Just when we thought he might be out of the story, Nagi walks into the stadium. But it's not a heroic return. It's conflicted. Nagi's whole vibe here is lost. He admits he betrayed BLUELOCK's ideals. He's ashamed, but ambition doesn't die quietly. That hunger still burns inside him. He can't just watch from the stands. So what does he do? He breaks through VIP security like it's nothing and confronts Chairman Buratsuta directly. This is the turning point. Nagi says, if you don't pick me, I'll force you to. I'll risk destroying BLUELOCK itself if that's what it takes to rewrite my story. This isn't the same Nagi who just wanted to kill time or do things because they were fun. This is Nagi with purpose. Nagi with rage. Nagi with something to prove. We're calling this the betrayal arc. Not because Nagi betrayed BLUELOCK, but because he's now fighting against the version of himself that gave up. Enter Nigeria, Japan's U20 potential new threat revealed. And now, let's talk about Nigeria, Japan's first opponent in the U20 World Cup. They're not here to play safe. They're not here to survive. They're here to dominate. This isn't a warm-up match, it's a statement game. And at the center of that storm is their undisputed ace, Onagi. We don't even see him touch the ball in this chapter. But BLUELOCK knows how to plant a thread before it explodes. And Onagi, he's an incoming earthquake. The kind of striker who doesn't just score, but redefines the entire tempo of a game. You can already feel it. He's not just a strong player. He's a problem built to be solved. And if you have studied BLUELOCK's formula, then you know this already. New monsters mirror existing ones. They expose weaknesses. They force evolution. So who is Onagi meant to challenge? Sure, he could be direct foil to Isagi, a test of vision versus power, or even Rin, order versus chaos. But here's another angle that hits different. What if Onagi is built to be Oliver Aiku's nemesis? Think about it. Aiku is the core of Japan's defense. The U20 captain, now evolved under BLUELOCK's crucible. A man who prides himself on cool analysis, positioning and command over the backline. So what better way to test his limits than by throwing him into the ring with a chaotic, unstoppable striker, one who doesn't care about systems, angles or formations. A force like Onagi isn't just a challenge. He's in a personal war for someone like Aiku. We could be heading toward a matchup that's less about finesse and more about willpower, experience and breaking points. A tactical war with fire on both ends. But don't count Isagi out, not yet. If Onagi is chaotic, then Isagi is the eye of the storm. He watches, waits, adapts, and when the moment is right, he strikes. So while Aiku may clash with Onagi physically, the real war might still unfold in the shadows. Isagi versus Onagi, the meta-vision tactician against a forward who breaks logic. Mind versus muscle, troll versus carnage. Either way, this arc isn't about a match. It's about the limits of genius, offensive and defensive. And Onagi might be the first player in this tournament that forces both Isagi and Aiku to operate beyond their calculated limits. Shidou benched. One of the biggest surprises. Shidou is on the bench. Let that sink in. The most dangerous penalty box area player in BLUELOCK's history isn't starting. Why? Is it because of his recent fight with Barou, Ego's punishment, or has he simply been outplayed in training? Whatever the reason, it's a massive risk. Shidou brings unpredictability. He bends defenses. He breaks formations. Without him, Japan's attack might become too structured, too readable. Barou is also benched. But just maybe, this is Ego's test. He's letting the new generation carry the first half. And if things go south, you bring in these monsters. Shidou could be the second half solution. The chaos card, the necessary evil. The first match atmosphere. The tension is electric. The stadium is packed. Fans are chanting. Flags are flying. You can almost hear the whistle. Every player lines up. Rin stares down the pitch like he's already killed someone. Isagi is scanning every angle. Aiku gives the team a nod. Even Chigiri's eyes are locked on the horizon. And then whistle. That's it. The game begins in the next chapter. It's classic BLUELOCK. Build the tension, raise the stakes, and stop right at the drop. But you know what this means, right? Next week is going to be war. Final thoughts. Nagi versus Ego's philosophy. Nagi's challenge to Buratsuta isn't just personal. It's a shot at Ego's system. If Nagi gets added, it'll shake up the entire dynamic. Who does he replace? Ryo, Bachira, or does Ego switch formations? Formation questions. With this team setup, is Ego going for a 3-4-1-2 or dynamic back 3 with Hiryo and Chigiri constantly pushing up? Barou's absence. Let's not forget the king. Barou's not in the starting 11. Will he accept this quietly, or are we heading towards double substitution that brings in Barou and Shidou to destroy the second half? Buratsuta's hidden agenda. His secret plan is still vague. Does it involve influencing player choices or even manipulating matchups to favor certain sponsors or nations? This chapter is one of those calm before the storm episodes, but with massive implications. Nagi is back, Shidou is benched, Nigeria's monster lurks, Isagi is evolving, and the kickoff we've been waiting for is finally here. So what do you think? Is Onagi going to outplay Isagi? Will Nagi make the squad? Is Onagi next to meet Sagi? Is Ego really in control, or are the strings being pulled elsewhere? Like, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our deep dives every week. See you next chapter. Until then, keep chasing your ego.